workforce, it is very, very hard in today's time to be heard, to be seen, and to be valued. Indeed, to find that perfect partnership at workplace is very challenging, even challenging than finding that life partner. And it is just not your skill sets which define your journey, your professional journey. It is something bigger. It is, do you fit in the work culture and the human connections you are able to make over a long period. In conversation with me today is a veteran person who's been in the industry for over a decade and who understands the nuances of talent acquisition and helping people advance in their career. With me is Mr. Prosun, the founder of Cano Consulting Services, a HR recruitment firm having won many awards and recognitions. And it is a great pleasure to have you, Prosun.
Same to you.
And we are really looking forward to this conversation. A little more about Prosun. Before he started his own entrepreneurial journey, just like me, he also had a corporate career and a very exclusive one at it, from GSK, Nestle, HCL, and also he has been instrumental in launching of Aircel and Virgin Mobiles in the country. In discussion today, what we'll be covering is how work places have different, the importance of having an emotional bent of mind in managing this multi-generational workforce, and also at the same time we will be discussing how recruiters are assessing new age workforce, the hybrid methods which has crept in, and of course it is a different world today with technology playing a pivotal role. It's a long conversation, but to cut it short, you are in for an exciting episode of our podcast at Searching Soulmate, the social networking platform for urban Indians, and I am Munmun Shahapota, the founder, director, and your host for the day. Now that we have already spoken about your wonderful corporate career,
and transformation.
Yes. So, what motivated you to come to this other side, leaving behind the cushioned corporate life?
I have been into the corporates. So we have seen so many people coming from the corporate to the entrepreneurship and again switching back to the corporate because they are probably not thriving there.
Yeah.
The kick where I get, or you can say the motivation I get, can you believe that I get the motivation from the challenges and the failure I found during the corporate life? Because you have just told, while introducing me, I have into the launching team of various telecom companies. I have in the telecom sector for 7 years. I have in the launching team of Aircel, I have in the launching team of MTS, and I have launching team of Virgin Mobiles. Okay. Otherwise, I were in the established companies like Nestle. I have established companies like GlaxoSmithKline, in HCL, Tech Mahindra. Those are all the tech companies as well as the established companies. I have gained so many things which have later gave me these experiences. But launching or thriving into a challenging thing where you have to start something, you have to failure, you have to embrace the failure. I get the kick and the experience from the launching companies where I faced so many challenges. So I, as an entrepreneur, don't break down when I got a failure. When there is nothing is going properly, I am okay.
I think, in today's context, I think this is a great learning for younger people who are joining the workforce, because failure actually makes you thrive.
Yes.
Success is something which you will only cherish when it comes after some failures.
Yes.
And until and unless you have seen failures, you will never be able to assess your own strengths, because only circumstances where there are challenges, we are able to understand what we are made of, what is it that actually defines us, describes us.
Right.
And you've so rightly said that today, when I look across the startup ecosystem, we do see so many people, just shutting shop and going back. But we do see people who just stick around because we all love the kick of,
Yes.
the adrenaline rush, the joy of making that difference, that purpose we find. And I think that's what, as individuals, each one of us should strive in our daily life. So as a platform, searching soulmate, a lot of people do ask us, why, build something around connections, because we understand that, today the world, the way we are moving, connection is at the core of our very existence, okay? And saying so, in the recruitment world, okay, my question would be, how do you find that perfect connection between a particular profile and the requisition or the job requisition?
So if I reframe your question, are you wanting to ask that whether how does a candidate will find a perfect soulmate?
Yes, absolutely. And here when we meet soulmate, it is a
Workplace. Now, in a standard or in a actually world, there is nothing called a perfect soulmate. We cannot expect that what we are wanting as a company, I will get that company 100%. And the same way to the company also. So a company cannot expect that I will going to get the 100% perfect candidate what I'm asking for.
Yeah.
So there is something adjustment happens. But what I find out during my entrepreneur journey as well as my own corporate journey, there are three things or three aspects which help the company as well as the candidates to find this perfect soulmate. So one is the skill set, second is the culture fit, and third is the expectation versus aspiration. Now if I describe it properly, the skill set, the company requires a specific skill set. The candidate has got some specific skill set. As the company requires some specific skill set from the candidates, as well as the candidate possessing some specific skill set. So this skill set should match. If the candidate just throw away the skill set which he is having and just looking for the company's brand name and get into the company, or the company is seeing that, okay, I have to get the candidate because probably his background is that, he is avoiding the skill set, actually he is not having, overlooking the skill set which is not having, if it takes, there will be a problem.
Right.
Cultural fit is another thing.
Yeah.
Every company has got a specific culture. The hiring managers, the managers, they have to understand, because the candidate doesn't know what is the culture of the company. While hiring a candidate, the hiring manager should understand this candidate is fitting to their own corporate culture. And last but not the least, the expectation versus the aspiration. Every company has got its expected limitation.
Yeah.
They can give a certain thing to a candidate. If the candidate has aspired much more value than the company can give, the candidate will not retain there. So if all the three things met, the skill set, the aspiration and the expectation, as well as the cultural fit, the company will get a perfect soulmate as a candidate, and the candidate will get a perfect soulmate as a company.
Yeah.
What is my realization is?
Right. You're correct, absolutely. While hiring myself, something which I have understood is that skills, of course, there has to be a 70-75% match, otherwise it doesn't really fit in. But saying so, we can still, make that person learn,
Yes.
that, because we do have, all the companies do have hired, supervisors, they have project managers, product managers. So in whichever department, you can still learn a little bit of skills. But something which I have to say is that most organizations have a particular set culture.
Yes.
And finding candidates basis that is very important, then only the retention happens.
Right.
Otherwise, it will be very high attrition rate, and what happens in the long run is that these candidates who come in and leave, they leave very bad feedbacks about the company. They have they have their own dreams broken, and as you rightly said, it is aspiration versus expectation. So there should be a very clear conversation between what can be given and what can be desired between both the parties.
Even I can give you example where a simple interview where the candidate has got rejected, but he was very badly treated. He gave a bad reviews to about the companies, and due to these reviews, the companies and the candidates are not going to even for the interview.
Right.
So that's why the candidates, good candidates, seeing the interview, because we have found that when we set the candidates from the for the candidates for the interview, they go to the Google reviews, they go to their other platforms,
Glassdoors and LinkedIn is there. Not to forget, culture is at the core. To all the people who are looking for a new job, or to all the founders who are trying to build the businesses, the ecosystems, let us build together a good culture. So now that we understand the importance of finding that perfect match, the perfect job soulmate, in terms of a workplace, can I ask you can you share a story or an experience where you have actually helped an individual to find that right fit, and that kind of not only established his career but also helped him become a better version of himself?
I cannot only give you one instances, I can give you many.
Yes.
Maybe more than 7, 8, because after the COVID, the instances, whatever the instances I will be going to give you after COVID.
Okay.
Because you can understand during the COVID, so many people, so many candidates, so many members, so many people has lost their job.
Right.
So many times at a time, I was getting a call from 9 to 10 people in a day during the COVID or after the COVID. দাদা আমার জব চলে গেছে, বাড়িতে আমার 50,000 টাকা ঋণ, আমি আগে 2 লাখ টাকা স্যালারি পেতাম, আমার এখন জব নেই, আমাকে কিছু একটা চাকরি দিয়ে দিন। Even a candidate called me up with he was working in somewhere like Dubai or like that. He was working there a 4 lakh salary. He now ready to get a job of 25,000. So during that COVID, we really helped so many people. We were, I think I was very fortunate enough. I really feel fortunate enough, like I was feeling like a masiha for so many people. But one of the candidate I can give you, he was really having a problem because his father diagnosis during that COVID period. His mother was a cancer ailment, and he lost his job. He has got family, 2 kids, so he was desperately looking for a job. And the skill set what he was having, in that skill set we are not promoting, because we are not working for all the industries. So I am not working with that industry. So and as you know that we doesn't take money from the candidates. We take our communication and our commercials coming with the companies. So what the companies we are agreed with, that company was not in our portfolio. I came out from my cushion point, my comfortable point. I talked with some other consultancy firm, shared his CV, he got the job. I didn't got a single money from there, but I helped him out. And when he got to know from this that I benefited from somewhere else, he came to me into office. He gave me a box of sweet with me. I said, দাদা আপনি ছিলেন বলে আমি চাকরিটা পেয়েছি এবং আমি জানি যে এখান থেকে আপনি কিছু পাননি, so it's my I'm really thank you. So that day, actually Munmun, that day I find the purpose. That day I find the purpose to form this company.
Yeah, absolutely. I think COVID, just not COVID, we all have our instances in our own lives also, particularly when we add value, that is when we realize that, okay, like living a life where it is value driven, where it is purpose driven, is actually quite good. In fact, I will share a similar kind of thing. So during COVID, I was running a big cafe restaurant myself. Okay, so I always say that my first business was a failure, primarily because it was through COVID that I ran, and it was 14 months through COVID. I just started and COVID happened, but I didn't give up. I ran it for 14 months, and then finally, of course, the commercials didn't make sense because the second wave was again coming, and things were again shutting down. That time, a similar example like yours, I remember one of the head chefs who had approached me. He was working in Dubai in a big 5-star hotel, and he came and told me, "Ma'am, I've lost my job. I had come here for just some parents' health and all that, but now I can't go back because COVID has come and everything has shut shop. I need a job. Whatever you can give me, you give me. I will live here. I will work throughout the day." I said, "It's not like that. See, we all have work hours. We all have, but I will never forget because he was there. Whatever he promised, he was living up to it because he was so grateful for that 20,000 rupees of salary which I was able to pay to him at that point of time."
And what he was a chef in Dubai.
Yes, and he used to go out of his way to kind of make the customers feel comfortable because of course it was COVID. There was a lot of protocols in place. He used to wake up by 9 o'clock, get everything done. So he used to take care of the entire premises the way he would take care of his house. And it was so touching just because he felt very indebted to that opportunity for those 9 months where that money saved him and his family. And I understand when you say this because having been on the other side where we could actually help somebody was indeed something which
actually we find the purpose.
Yes,
we find that suppose we find the purpose of having our entrepreneurs.
Yes. And at Searching Soulmate, we have these offline meetups. We meet our consumers on a regular basis, and it's very heartening when people come and hug us or just shake our hands, saying that
You've changed my life. You've changed
this kind of atmosphere is so needed. This kind of meetups, these kind of environments is so needed.
Yes.
Our lives have become seriously lonely, and that you are offering
The
us
warmth.
the warmth. That people are coming together, that networking, that meetup, gan.
That's a human thing.
Yes, that human connection.
Thing.
Yes.
Human
So
connection.
that they value so much. So yes. I completely understand, when we add purpose, when we add value, that is when, we feel good
Yes.
as
entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. While building Searching Soulmate, one of the key elements which we have been trying to solve through the social networking platform is urban loneliness, stress, anxiety, burnout, and this is very, very relevant in today's time at workplaces. Okay, so this particular do you have something in mind where you can suggest or you have seen for yourself how to create a safe environment for people to walk in and feel more valued?
As you have correctly said, the safe place doesn't mean the physical safe.
Yeah.
What I can understand. The safe is the mental health or mental safeness.
Yeah.
Because in today's world, by virtue of the pressure or peer pressure, office pressure, your family pressure, your economical pressure, even the social pressure. So everybody, every day we are getting burdened out, so many stress out. So if coming to a office, if coming to an environment in your workplace, your environment of the workplace should be breathable.
Yeah.
What I coined the word is breathable means where you are getting access to speak freely, where you get an empathy from the others, where your managers see you as a human being, not as just an employee.
Yeah.
So this is the thing where the workplace can give you a safer place where you breathe yourself, where you can express your words, where you can express your anxiety, your where you can say anxiety, your not feeling well, everything you can express to your colleagues and your managers, and you are not getting penalized for that.
Yeah, right.
In many cases, if you speak your uncomfortableness,
Yeah.
you are set aside. That person, that candidate or that employee is not adjustable. Actually, this is not a work for the adjustable. Then the company's culture is not good.
Yeah. True.
Their culture, the workspace should be breathable for
Yeah.
the candidate or for the employee.
Absolutely. So you are very correct because I have seen it firsthand. My last organization was, as you coined it, breathable, was extremely breathable.
Yes.
And even the newest member or the senior most member, they were not like that you are the boss, you are the supervisor, I'm the new comer. It was never like that. Every thought, every opinion, every challenge, every setback, we work together as a team. And I
Yes.
remember, a lot of people say that Mondays used to be something people don't look for. But I remember we used to look forward to those Mondays because Mondays were not mundane. Mondays were really fun days.
Fun days.
It was fun days, and
So you look after to go to
Yes,
the
yes,
to your office.
Yes, absolutely, and it was the entire. We build that environment. And where we were so much. In fact, we were like just a team who used to enjoy each other's company.
So you are on the lucky person, I should say, because we get, because as a recruitment, do you know what is our main motto for the getting the candidate? Why we get the candidate and why we could motivate? Because the candidate is not feeling well in his present company.
Right.
It is not always the salary. It is not always the salary.
It is never the salary, actually, to be very honest. It is always the additional stuff.
Yes.
Many times, even if you get little lesser salary, but there is a comfort. Comfort in terms of you being valued.
Not being judged for every work.
Yeah. And you are able to take those needed leaves, probably those, take that particular break and study something. I think these are small things, but I think it adds to the, why do you think the world wants to work in the big companies or like the Googles, Amazons, and the Microsofts of the world? Of course, there is a work culture which is something very exclusively, I would say, it kind of gives each and everybody a feeling of being heard, seen, and valued, and every voice is noticed. I think that is what sets a.
I can
big
give you an
organization.
example. Even it is not a very much problem. It is not a very much expensive to make your employees feel that you are very welcome. Like in a small space of your office, you can make a play zone. Play zone, like just put a football there or a dart board there.
Yeah.
So whenever your people are feeling stressed, they can go and they can just place a dart or they can have a fuse ball. It is just a small place is required.
Absolutely.
Your people will get, you see, just they will say that okay, the company is thinking about me.
I think similar things, like a little bit of refreshment. This is a simple
Yes.
thing like coffee, tea, and some biscuits.
It's a vending machine.
It's just
It's a
coffee
vending machine.
and a little bit of probably biscuits. I remember,
Yes.
like it just adds that.
The cookies is also-
I am just valued. It's just as simple as that. Okay, and we go back home and telling that, oh, our office is a cha coffee power jay, tar sathe khub bhalo biscuits power jay. It's nothing, but it's everything, which makes a difference to the person who is probably working in that organization. And do subscribe, follow, and like our pages as we bring to you many such exciting episodes.